All right, so I'm gonna do the breast drape first so that you guys know how to do this. And I do this on men and women. So even if it's a dude, do it. If they take it and throw it off, like you're not super offended by it, but it's just kind of, yeah, and it's nice to also keep you warmer because it can be kind of chilly. So.
Does it have anything to do with like gender fluidity right now?
Does what?
Like when people don't, like when a man identifies with a woman but you don't know it and they won't put it on your sheet, like are you just covering a base for something like that, or is this like a normal practice that's always been done?
Totally normal practice that's always been done, yeah. Yep, you treat everybody the same and you just don't want to expose anything. So the real important part is that you hold this part while you pull it down. And then, now that we've got it exposed here, you're just gonna fold this part up. And for this part, I'm just gonna pull the blanket down a little bit. Just so that I can tuck, sorry, my hands are cold. You know, the usual. Tuck under there. And tuck under here, and then just roll it down a smidge. So now we have a nice secure boundary there. And then for the arms here, I'm just gonna bring this out and kind of tuck this here and put the arm on top. Do you want this in or out?
That's fine.
Is that okay? Is that fresh?
Yeah, I just got it recently. So.
Okay, it felt kind of
Scabby.
scabby.
Yeah.
That's the word.
I saw your post.
Thank you.
All right, so now secure it there. If they have a bra on, you can kind of tuck underneath it if they're comfortable. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have a bra on, you just kind of want to make sure you can get all the way to the xiphoid process right here. Okay. Sorry, my hands are cold.
It's okay.
The worst part of the body. You have cold hands. It's fine. Okay. So, we do effleurage, petrissage, friction and vibration, but there's no gymnastics and no tippotement. You could potentially do tippotement, but I just don't really know where.
You just slap it like a bongo.
Yeah, play it like a drum. The vibration's a little tippomenty, so I feel like it's good enough. So yeah, all right. So a couple things. You always are moving clockwise. Sorry. So you're gonna go around with one hand, and you're gonna lift this one up while this one comes around all the way, and then it goes back on. So you're always keeping in contact with the belly. Does anything hurt in here? Or? Okay. So this is like your basic effleurage. Just to get it warmed up. Again, always clockwise. We're always working with the digestion. So we have the ascending and then the descending colon. So you just don't want to go against that. So, and the transverse colon. Then another stroke is you're going to bring your thumbs up in between the ribs and you're going to go down underneath and kind of rock and bring it back up. Transition into another flow. You might have to readjust these sometimes. Is it okay if we tuck a little bit in here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry. Just get out of the way for the video. Okay. So effleurage a few times. Do a couple of these strokes. And then for petrissage, it's that ringing we learned. So you can kind of go back and forth a few times. It's not a huge space, so there's not a whole lot of action happening. And then you can also Petrissage either on the opposite side of you, like this. I feel like for me, I like to do the opposite side when it comes to the stomach, but you could also do the same side. So it really depends on what you're into. If you need to, you can move around to the other side, which we will do that eventually. And then one more Effleurage. And again, I'm gonna retuck. Okay, so now we're ready for some friction. You guys are welcome to do like 3 strokes of Petrissage if you like the ringing, and then Petrissage, Petrissage, ring, and then you can do more Petrissage if you want, or those can be your 3. So for friction, I tend to like to start focus. If you look at the picture here, I'm just going to show the camera. So the small intestines are in the middle, and then the large intestine comes around. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. We're going to do fingers. We're going to start like just superior to the belly button, and we're going to do little circles around the belly button. There is, you know, your rectus abdominis in here. But other than that, I mean, your obliques you can kind of get a little bit, but there's a lot of intestines and like organs, so not very deep pressure. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
And as I go around, I'm gonna move out a little bit more laterally as I go, kind of get bigger circles. Always clockwise. And then we're gonna move out a little bit more. So now we're more on like large intestine here. We're gonna come down. Now we're gonna add a little vibration. So we're gonna come across, and I like to vibrate specifically over the organs, so it's kind of like a little bit of a stimulation for the organs. So we're gonna come up to like liver, gallbladder, and we're gonna come in here and we're gonna do a little vibration like this. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird. And then we'll come over to like the stomach spleen area and we'll do a little vibration there. And then we'll come down here and come across. We really just do vibration in like these 4 quadrants. I mean, you could technically do it anywhere, but we're just kind of trying to stimulate stuff. If they have a lot of pain with any of this, then they might have like issue, like gallstones. Like I wouldn't do that if they had gallstones. If they've been really constipated, this is very helpful. Like you'll actually get stuff moving. So just be aware of that. So you can do that a few times. And then I'll do a little effleurage to kind of make nice. And then I'm gonna do friction with between the ribs. So basically my fingers are going in between the ribs and I'm just kind of using
like what you do on the back. On the side.
Yep. So you just kind of, you can do a little vibration with it if you wanted to. Sometimes people are really sore in between, so be careful. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're ready to switch sides, you always keep your hand on. And you'll come over. And then there's the Psoas. So I'm gonna do a little make nice. So the Psoas it's about an inch over and an inch down. So about here is where you can kind of hit the Psoas. And it runs down to the iliac crest down here. So you can do a little bit of like, I kind of showed that like non-invasive hip work. So it's basically this. Is it tender in here?
A little bit, but not too bad.
Not too bad, okay. Some people will jump off the table from it. It's like that. Like they'll be like super intense. And so if that's the case, then